Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. We've got all sorts to cover and it could be very good news for Chelsea in today's video, and we've also got to discuss something that's happened over in the north side of London, and I think you know where I'm going to this. In fact, you already know because I think I've put it in the title, haven't I? So yeah, we're gonna come to that because it's looking like vindication is starting to set in. But it still could be early days. We will analyse that a little later on. Now, if you haven't already, I'm going to leave a link right here. Check out last night's video on Wesley Fofana and the fact that he could be out for the rest of the season that has not even started. You can go and check it out and see all my reaction to it and the reactions as to why and what's happening and whatnot. So make sure you hit that. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. And do not forget, links are in the description to follow Younes Talks Football on all socials. Instagram at Younes Talks Football, Twitter at YTalksFootball, and TikTok at Younes Talks Football as well. So make sure you're following on those and enjoy. Let's get cracking with the latest, and we're going to start off on Stamford Bridge. What's happening? Well, big obstacle looks like has been resolved. We've gone over that obstacle, you know, and it doesn't mean that it's done in terms of actually resolving this whole problem, but it's a big step. What do I mean? Let's get right into it. This is the latest. This is the latest from Stoll. Stoll are the group that own a certain residential area that's right next to Stamford Bridge. They've come out this morning with this. Today we have announced that we have confirmed a sale in principle of the majority of our Fulham site to Chelsea FC ownership group, subject to resident consultation, which begins today. The proposed sale would enable us to establish new properties plus better services for veterans. So, I actually didn't know this. So, am I right in saying, and if anyone wants to put it in the comments, Stoll veterans are they have basically, for those that have been to Stamford Bridge, if you know, or if you are aware of just Stamford Bridge, that picture where you see the front of the stadium on the left, there's houses, isn't there? Those are what are they called? Stoll something mansions. I forgot, but anyway, those residents, that residential area, those houses, those mansions, let's say, veterans live there? I had no idea. I just thought normal standard people just lived there that were maybe a little bit loaded, because it's not cheap to live there. Let me tell you that now, especially right next to Stamford Bridge. But we've got more in terms of clarification, so let's get to it, starting off with Matt Law. Stoll have agreed in principle to sell its housing site to Chelsea. Major step for the possibility of the redevelopment of Stamford Bridge and the opening out of the current site. Full sale is subject to resident consultation, of course. And we also have Jacob Steinberg clarifying everything. The Board of Trustees for Stoll, the leading provider of supported housing for veterans, has agreed in principle to sell the majority of its Sir Oswald Stoll mansion site in Fulham to the Chelsea FC ownership group for Stamford Bridge redevelopment. So there we are. That's the name. Sir Oswald Stoll Mansions. Those are the houses right next to Stamford Bridge. This is going to be subject to resident consultation. Now, I don't know what the plan is. There's a big chance that the residents can just say no. We ain't going, right? We're not going to give you our properties just for the sake of the football club, right? They might say that, and if that happens, then everything's off. There is no sale. But depends what the plan of Stoll is. Maybe it's a case of knocking those houses down, giving a certain space to Chelsea so then they can expand, but then using whatever else space there is in order to build new houses that might be even better than what they have now. I don't know. That could be a compromise that maybe the residents could look at and go, you know what? Not the worst idea. Hopefully they'll be looked after or compensated at least very generously. I'm sure they will. But especially with these lot and Chelsea FC involved, I'm sure the residents will be very well looked after. We have the funds. So if this is the case and we are to get that space, there is absolutely no reason why we can't rebuild right there on the site at Stamford Bridge. And I'm looking forward to seeing if this is going to be a big possibility. I reckon if the residents just say yes, That's it. It's going to happen. Stamford Bridge will be redeveloped, and it will be redeveloped using the extra space, and that is exactly what Chelsea need, because it's really tough to rebuild there to build even more capacity of a stadium. We're talking about 60 or 70,000 capacity stadium. We don't have the room. We've got train tracks on either side. We've got an underground station underneath. We've got main roads right next to the stadium. It's really tight. So it's the residential area that's the only place where we can use. And it depends on the residents. So let's hope they agree. Fingers crossed. Now, if it were to happen, what does it mean? What does it mean for us? What does it mean for the stadium? What does it mean for Chelsea? Let's get right into it. This is from Jacob Steinberg. Breaking. It is understood a stand-by-stand rebuild of Stamford Bridge is seen as the least attractive option. It is felt it would take too long and not being a world-class stadium. The favoured option for supporters would be to demolish Stamford Bridge and rebuild in SW6. It is estimated a rebuild would take 5 years, which means Chelsea would have to find a new temporary home. And this is, this stadium. Imagine we knocked this down. I could cry. I could cry. That would be sad. All good things come to an end, though, innit? That is life. That is life. You have to move forward. And if we were to build a new stadium, I'm sure it would be unbelievable. Right? It'd be a flipping spaceship. We'd put Tottenham Stadium to shame, even with all of their events. Right? It's becoming an events venue now. It's not a football stadium anymore. But in terms of a temporary home, that's the problem, and that's always been the problem. Where do we go? Wembley? Do we use Twickenham? Twickenham's falling apart. It wasn't too long ago, a few weeks ago, I drove past Twickenham and I was looking, I was going, oh my God. I've not been there in years, by the way. I was looking and thinking, this is horrific. It looks like it's crumbling to pieces. I'm shocked the rugby team of England still use it. I mean, my God, it looks like it hasn't had a refurb in 30 years. And I'm probably right. And for those that watch rugby or know about Twickenham, let me know in the comments, because that's all I saw with my own eyes outside the ground. It looks dreadful. I can't imagine Chelsea going there. It'd be horrendous. No. I'm sorry, but that's the closest big venue that there is available. If not, what else do we use? Craven Cottage? You know, do we knock on QPR's door for Loftus Road? I don't know. I honestly don't know. So anyone has any thoughts, let me know down below and we can take it from there. But that's the latest on the new stadium. We'll see how that pans out. Now, let's move to the players and what is going on. Starting off with this guy. Saudi clubs keep pushing for Romelu Lukaku, working on a new proposal but still waiting to see what's going to happen with Juventus. He wants to continue in Europe as a priority. Man, this guy. Listen, look, Inter Milan have made it perfectly clear, right? They hate him now. Welcome to the club, yeah? Welcome. So now it's us and Inter. And now we're looking at Juventus going, can you get a deal done, please? So now everything I said to Inter previously, I now need to turn to Juventus. Juventus, buongiorno. Come sta? Bene. Sì. Pay the euro. I don't know how to say pay in Italian. Pay the money. They understand this. That's a gesture they use in Italy. I know that for sure. This, pay 40 million. How do you say 40 in Italian? I used to know. I don't know. I know 4 is quattro, and 10 is 10. So 4 times 10 million euros, please. So, listen, Juventus need to pay up fast now, please. Thank you very much, because we just want this guy to go, and you can take him. And we don't want Vlahovic, you can keep him. As far as I'm concerned, Chelsea are not interested. So, pay us the money, like they did initially look like they were happy to do. Pay it. And we'll send this geezer on the first plane to Turin. Happy days. So, let's see what happens there. And talking about players that are looking to leave and whatnot, we finally have a breakthrough, it seems, and that's to do with this guy. Let's get into it. Pierre Aubameyang has agreed to join Olympique Marseille. Here we go. Auba will sign 3-year deal as called 2 days ago until June 2026. Chelsea will let him leave for free. Told Auba will arrive tonight at Olympique Marseille camp, then undergo medical tests on Thursday. Done. That's what he's going to look like, and I wish him the best. I honestly wish Aubameyang the best. He's not set a foot wrong. I'll be honest. Aubameyang's not kicked up a fuss. There's games where he played at the beginning and he looked good. He stopped playing. Let's be honest, the whole transfer was based on Thomas Tuchel reuniting with him, and he played 57 minutes for Thomas Tuchel before Thomas Tuchel got sacked. So this kind of was a missed transfer, if we're being completely honest. The guy came and done his job for 57 minutes in the circumstances he was meant to, and then found Graham Potter. So, I can't really blame Aubameyang for that. And yeah, he's not, as I've said, kicked up a fuss. He's been professional. He's been a good vibe. I met him in person. I remember, really bubbly, very talkative, very nice. I've got nothing but bad to say about the guy. So, Aubameyang, I wish him the best over in France as he probably wraps up his entire career. I think after France, he will probably head over to Saudi at some point. We'll see if that's going to be a possibility. But Olympique Marseille have nailed Aubameyang. So, let's wait and see up until that gets officialised and that's done. But Aubameyang is on his way out. So, that's one of the lads that are on their way out. Lukaku needs to follow suit now. This guy, please exit the door too. There. So, let's move to Pochettino. What are the targets? Listen to what he has to say. Just listen to this. I love that we finally have a manager again that can speak like this and speak with conviction and confidence and oomph. You know? Man, let's get into it. Here it is. Pochettino has insisted no specific targets have been set. No, it is for us to put the pressure on. The owners don't say anything about that because I think when you are at Chelsea, it is about winning. It is to win trophies. It is not to put targets on the owners, the people, the fans, or the media. When we signed for Chelsea, we knew that everyone was going to expect us to win, even if last season wasn't the way everyone expected. For us, it is not an important season. It is about moving on and thinking we can win. We are going to try to win. Why not? Come on, man! Come on! Oh, I'm ready for the season. Bring on Liverpool. You want to know why? Why I feel so deep about it? Because I heard Graham Potter with my own two eyes, my ears, in front of me. He was in front of me and he said, we're going to try our best. Or that's what we're trying to do. What? No, get out. So after I hear this and then I hear that and then I hear this, it's night and day. It's night and day. This answer is what I was expecting back then. I didn't get it. We didn't get it. And the proof was in the pudding. Look at the horrendous season we had. We finally have someone that can speak with the conviction and say, no, we are going to do this because we are Chelsea. That is how it runs down here. Finally. So I know that words at the end of the day don't mean everything. But that's all we can have right now. And with the mentality that he's showing, I am confident that is what he's going to translate into the squad, into the players, on the pitch during the season. And we're going to see a much better Chelsea than we've seen in the last couple of years. So I'm very, very much looking forward to this. And I can't wait. I can't wait for pre-season. And that starts tonight. Chelsea versus Wrexham at 1 a.m. UK time. As I've said, I'm not going to give you a match review after that. I will give you a match review tomorrow morning. 100%, without a doubt, but that will be video number 1, alongside all the other news that's happening. It will still be news videos, but I will include the review, so make sure you guys are here for that for tomorrow morning. Now, another plan that we have to talk about is a certain player here, and what is he going to be used as? Midfield is still the area of the pitch where Lewis Hall feels most comfortable and where he sees his professional future. Mauricio Pochettino's view of Hall's primary position on the pitch and place in the squad should be clarified over the course of the pre-season fixtures. Hall has Premier League interest and finding a loan will not be difficult. I do think that a loan's going to happen and it will be very, very nice for him if a loan happened in the Premier League. 100%. That would be fantastic. Because let's be honest, and we had clarity today, Chilwell and Cucurella are going to be the two left backs. In midfield, yes, Lewis Hall could be used, but we're getting Caicedo, we're looking to get others in. We've got players in around that position as well. It's going to be tough. a good loan for him is what he needs to develop. He's still young. We will keep hold of him. We're not going to sell him. So a good loan in the Premier League would be perfect. Let's wait and see how that's going to go down. But Lewis Hall, I think, is going to be moving back into midfield, and that's what I wanted to focus on. I think midfield is going to be his future role, his natural role. He's not a left back by trade. He's a midfielder. So let's see how he does, and then we'll be able to analyse maybe after this coming season is done. Let's see how that goes. Let me know your thoughts on Lewis Hall and how you think he should be used. Now, this is where we get to the big elephant in the room. Yeah, this is where we have to smile a little bit. Why am I smiling? Because look, we told you so. We told you so, man. Arsenal. You're gonna find out the hard way. I'm sorry. You're gonna find out the hard way. And you know what? I think they already are. I think the reaction last night from Arsenal fans was impeccable. Impeccable. Incredible. Both words, both adjectives. Impeccable and incredible, right? Incredibly impeccable. The way that Arsenal fans were coming on and going, oh my God, what have we done? We tried to warn you, but I know some people are going to say no, it's just pre-season. We are going to wait until the season begins and then analyse him. Okay, analyse. We've been doing it for 3 years, so you can take our word for it. But here's an Arsenal fan, a very well-known Arsenal fan on socials who is trying to protect the situation. Here we go. Kai Havertz is still suffering from the shackles of mediocrity and poor decision-makings that engulfed him at Chelsea. Spending a season with Frank Lampard and Harry Potter does that to a good player. Mikel Arteta will free him. Worry not, he's on the road to redemption. Oh, is he? Now, is he? Oh, okay, redemption. We'll see what that redemption looks like. For those that want context and don't know what's happened, basically, he put on the worst performance that I think the United States has ever seen in a pre-season. Now, what does this mean? I can't show you the clips because it's copyrighted. The video will get taken down. It's happened before. Not too long ago, I put a little clip of something and I forgot what it was to show you guys and the whole video got taken off. I had to wait to re-upload. So, or to cut it out and then upload. I'm not going to do that. So, I'm going to explain. Basically, yesterday, there was the MLS All-Stars against Arsenal in some challenges. It wasn't 11 versus 11, but it was challenges. It was like a shooting challenge, a volley challenge, a touch challenge, that sort of thing. Kai Havertz stepped up on two challenges. One of them was shooting on the volley, and the other one was trying to kick the ball. Cross comes in, kick the ball into 3 big holes that there are, right? Or 5 big holes. I forgot it was 3 or 5. But for the shooting challenge, he's the first player in the history of this challenge that has ever been has ever happened in pre-season over in the MLS where he's not scored a goal. Every single shot, every single cross that came in, he skied it, or he hit it softly to the goalkeeper, or he hit the bar once, and that was it. He just kept missing and missing and missing and missing. And not just that, when it came to the other challenge, his first touch, oh my God. I mean, look, this is where Arsenal fans don't know. They don't know. They've only seen Kai Havertz in the big games, where I have to say, in big matches, we do see him show up sometimes in terms of performance. Still doesn't score, but except for a Champions League final, which is what we've kind of rode on for this entire time. But he does put on a performance in the big games. And that's the only context I think Arsenal have, because Arsenal fans are not going to sit down and watch Chelsea versus, I don't know, Southampton. Well, we lost. They've definitely watched the highlights of those ones just to laugh. But they don't have the context like we do. We know everything about Kai Havertz, and we know that first touch. Arsenal don't know that first. Well, Arsenal, the club, should know. The fans don't know. So you guys are going to get hit with a massive surprise. And it's already happened, because last night, ball was coming in. Oh my God. First touch, literally, ball comes in, boom, and he's lost the ball. He's like, oh my God, okay, turn. Next one comes in, whoops, oh my God. And look, I knew it would be bad. We all knew, us Chelsea lot, we know that it's not going to be blockbuster. But my goodness, I didn't think it was that bad. Last night, Kai Havertz was shocking. And this is where I turn to the Arsenal fans, right? And I say, look, you don't know what you signed up for. You actually think Mikel Arteta's going to somehow turn this guy into a flipping, I don't know, Schneider regen. Like, no. People are going to use the context of Arteta can change players, and I agree. He's done it with Xhaka, like a good mate pointed out to me, and it's true. He got the best out of Saliba. Absolutely agree. But you have to understand, those are players that didn't have problems with their footballing ability. Those are players that had problem with discipline and just showing up. You know, Xhaka pointed 2 fingers up at the fans and threw the captain armbands on the floor. Saliba looked like he was all over the place and wasn't really bothered up until he went on loan, blew up, came back, and then all of a sudden he's Saliba and he's getting played every week and he's happy now. Kai Havertz, that's not the problem. Kai Havertz is a nice guy. Very professional. Is very sensible. Is, you know, puts his head down. But for me, his ability is the actual issue. His ability in the Premier League is his issue. Not in the Bundesliga. We know he can do it in Germany. I've always said, and I'm sticking to this, and we'll see how he does in the season. I don't think he can ever adapt to the pace of the Premier League and what it requires. And you thought it was bad at Chelsea, where the pace of the team was slow. You'd think that he should be able to maybe find his way, but the opposition are going to be pouncing hard enough and fast enough. At Arsenal, he not only needs to worry about the opposition, he needs to worry about his teammates, because Arsenal play their football at 200 miles an hour. And that's where Havertz has to step up. If not, he's going to look like an outcast. And this is why I'm pretty sure it's not going to go well. £65 million, thank you very much, Arsenal. Thank you very much. That's it. That's what I have to say. And I think the realism is going to kick in. And we'll see if I'm right or wrong, because I could be wrong. You never know. It's football. Hindsight is 20/20, as they say. You always look at things after they've happened. But my prediction right now is I think Arsenal are going to have a tough time with him. And I think Arsenal fans eventually are going to lose their patience, you know, because let's be honest, Kai Havertz doesn't have a Champions League winning goal for Arsenal. I don't think he will this season anyway. So any Arsenal fans that want to try and say, oh, we might win the Champions League, relax. Don't. Don't. But with Chelsea, that is what got him away with all the crimes that were committed. Is he scored our Champions League winning goal? Oh, okay, it's Kai Havertz. It's Kai Havertz. He scored our Champions League winning goal. We went easy on him. Anyone else would have obliterated him after a few games. That is what's going to happen at Arsenal. Let's wait and see. So, that's the latest on Kai Havertz and the absolute incredible craziness that went down last night. And to wrap up, here's the latest on Benjamin Mendy. Benjamin Mendy makes his return to football by signing as new Ligue 1 side Lorient player. Done deal. Mendy signs until June 2025 as new Lorient left back after he was found not guilty by Chester Crown Court. And look, I've got nothing against this. 2-year deal over at Lorient. I wish him the best in terms of getting his career back on track. At the end of the day, look, he's been found innocent by a jury. Not even by a judge, by an entire jury. We need to now accept that is the case. You know, he's suffered for what? 2.5, 3 years? Career destroyed. He's been proven innocent. He deserves a chance to get his footballing career back on track. And I honestly, like I've said before, I wish him the best. And I hope he can. I don't think he's going to hit the top level, I'll be honest. He's 27, if I'm not mistaken. So he's meant to be in his prime and he's got catching up to do. By the time he does make that catch up, he could be 29. Is not long left. So yeah, not Edouard Mendy, bloody hell no, Edouard Mendy's doing well in Saudi. He's picking the bag, don't worry. Benjamin Mendy though, as I've said, I wish him the best. And I'll be looking forward to seeing what he does in France and how he can, you know, progress and get himself back up to a decent level. So we'll see how that goes down. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section below on everything that I've discussed, namely the stadium redevelopment at Chelsea and Kai Havertz. Let me know. What do you think about last night? Let me know in the comments. Chelsea fan, non-Chelsea fan, Arsenal, non-Arsenal. Let me know in the comments what you thought about Kai Havertz yesterday. And we'll see how it all goes during the season, eh? Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to be here for video number 2 later on tonight. So make sure you guys are here for that. That's why I always say, if you are new, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. And don't forget to catch me on all the socials, Younes Talks Football, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on TikTok. Links are in the description, as well as on screen right now. So head over there and follow, much appreciated, and catch all the extra content popping off on there. And I will see all of you later on tonight for video number 2 of 2. I'll see you then. Have a good one, people. See you later. Take care, and peace.